Oh man. Hello. I am back for the last time this day. Alexa, volume 1. Okay, I'm back for the last time this day making pizza dough. I'm really excited. This is going to bring everything that I've made together. We made vegan pepperoni. We made a pizza sauce that is simmering on the stove. And now we're going to make the piece de resistance pizza dough. All right. This pizza dough is really easy. It's vegan and it is eggless. Easy. So if you can't have eggs, you can't have dairy, you can't have any of that. The whole day of making has been vegan, dairy free, because there's sometimes you can't get some ingredients, especially right now. So this has been the day of making. All right, so are y'all ready? Because I'm ready. I'm ready to show you this last little piece of everything we've been doing today. The ingredients that we'll need for this dough are yeast. The yeast that I've been using has been the safety yeast, the Safe Instant. It's instant yeast. I always use instant yeast. I don't really like traditional active dry yeast, and I don't necessarily like packets because I can't necessarily tell the freshness of packets. But if you do use packets, Red Star, any of that sort, this 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast is equivalent to 1 packet of active dry yeast. So then we're going to go with 1 teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt, coarse kosher for cooking. Then I have some local olive oil. Again, it's Athena's gift. That's about 2 tablespoons of local olive oil or whatever olive oil you have in your house. Then you're gonna have, in my mixer already, I've already put in about 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, almost 2 teaspoons of sugar. And I'm going to add my yeast and 3 cups of, mine is about 102 degrees. Your yeast will die over 110 degrees. So your ideal temperature is between 100 and 109. Yeah, I usually do about 102 to 105 if it's kind of a dough that has a little bit of proofing time. And for doughs where you're just mixing it in, I go closer to 109. You try not to kill your yeast. I had this problem when I was making bread and I was just going by my hand temperature. I don't feel a small amount of heat. It's a large amount that I feel. So by the time I was feeling that it was too hot or that it wasn't hot enough, it was killing my yeast. So I'm gonna add my water to my bowl, and then I'm gonna wait for a second. Let it eat. The yeast is gonna eat the sugar and it's gonna proof for a little bit. That'll give you some part of your rise. I'm going to add my salt to this is about 2 to 2 1/3 cup of flour. So I'm going to add my salt to that. And this pizza dough is really simple. It uses really easy ingredients. If you want to have a flavorful pizza dough, what I recommend, more than just traditional flavor, I like my toppings to be more flavorful. Then you can add some garlic to this, about a couple teaspoons of garlic. You can add some crushed red peppers to this. You can add some basil or some rosemary or things of that nature. You can kind of play with this. This is a very versatile dough and it's very forgiving. So my yeast is already proofing. Usually it takes over 5 minutes for just traditional active dry yeast, but since this is a safe instant yeast, it does kind of go faster. It's instant yeast. So it's eating, it looks very happy. Okay, I'm gonna show you, heavy duty bowl, that it's already eating. Yay, happy eating yeast. And you can tell it's having the reaction already, it's happy. And this is a quick dough. It's gonna rise in about half hour or so. I'm using bread flour. You don't have to. Not everyone has specialty flours in their home. You can also just use all-purpose. It's really easy. Like I said, very versatile recipe, very versatile dough. While I'm waiting for this yeast to eat just a little bit more, I want it just a little bit more proofed. I'm going to show you one of my vegan pepperonis that was made earlier. So it came out. This is the vegan pepperoni, right? And then I'm going to cut it. So it cuts really nice. It cuts super duper nice. So when you open it up, this is what it looks like on the inside. It looks really good. It smells really good. The texture is really wonderful. You can slice it into pieces. You can put it on pizza. I'm going to put it inside of Pizza Pockets later. Yeah, you can just play with it. You can fry it up. The seitan that I've made is very versatile because I can make the base into andouille. I can make it into bratwurst. I can make it into pepperoni, and I can also make it into breakfast sausages. So I really like that base. Okay, I actually have another video about vegan sausage if you want to look at that. But for right now, my yeast is eaten, and now it's time to add my flour and my olive oil. So I'm just gonna I'm adding my full 2 dairy flour, and then I'm adding, it would help if it's connected to power. Sometimes I'm thinking too ahead of myself. Okay, so then I'm just going to start my mixer and add in the olive oil. It's going to come together. And if you don't happen to have a KitchenAid mixer, that's fine. That's fine. You can do this with a wooden spoon by hand. That's okay. Yeah, it's a little loud, but getting there. Getting there. And you just want to keep going. It's a little loud, I know. You're going to keep going until your dough is kind of smooth and elastic. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Woohoo! Pretty noisy, I know, but it's KitchenAid. And there we go. I'm going to take some additional olive oil, and I'm going to oil my pan. I'm going to let this rise up. I'm going to put it close to my oven that I've already had stuff on cooking, and I'm just going to oil my pan now. And then I'm going to put in a dough ball. This makes one normal size pizza. Okay, I'm going to take my dough ball, and I'm going to get a little bit of oil on it, and then I'm going to let this proof for about half hour to 40 minutes, and then I have a nice ball of fresh pizza dough, vegan and egg-free and beautifully stretchy and wonderful. Easy. made with ingredients that you probably already have in your house. No additional, no bells and whistles, no going to the store, no additional going out, no having to order anything special. Just some flour, salt, sugar, olive oil, yeast, and yeah, there you have it. And like I said, I use bread dough for this particular this particular loaf of bread, like this pizza dough. But you can use all-purpose flour, and it's a-okay. Add some, go crazy. Add some garlic powder, add some rosemary, add your herbs. When you roll out this dough and you're about to bake it, brush some olive oil on it, put some herbs on the crust. Make yourself something fancy and spectacular and wonderful. And with all the other components that we've made today, then you have the potential to make a beautiful pizza. You can get vegan cheese, you can make vegan cheese if you know how, or you can do something else if you'd like to. I appreciate you watching. I will, of course, at the end, probably in a day or so, post the recipe. I have not tried gluten-free flour with this particular pizza dough. I would recommend, if you do use gluten-free flour, that you research the one that would work better for pizza doughs. There are some flours that are gluten-free that are better suited for yeast doughs versus quick breads. So check out which flour, if you have gluten-free flour, check out which flour you have and see if it is better suited for a yeast dough versus a quick bread. I'm really, really excited to be able to share with y'all. I appreciate your time. I appreciate y'all letting me share my energy with you. This dough recipe is super simple. It whips up really quickly, and it's really quick for a late night or a, oh my god, what do I want to make for dinner? Let's put some pizza dough on real quick, and then you have a quick, from preparation to finished pizza situation. So thank you so much. I'm going to go away. I'll put the recipe up. You can always message me if you have questions. You can always message me if you run into problems with any of the recipes. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye.